Look pretty good, right?
Looks real good.
Yeah. That look real nice. See this tonight? Were we wearing black tonight? We wearing blue.
Are we black tonight?
Purple?
Oh, the purple and black.
I'm going to have to take this one home for myself, though. That look pretty good, man. I like it. I like it, yeah. Perfect. Lay this down.
All right. Hello again, everyone. Obviously talked a little bit about Zach this morning, so doesn't need much intro. Multi-time All-Star, incredible athlete, scorer, defender. I think that athleticism jumps off the screen, off the game every time you watch him on both ends. So we're obviously super excited to welcome Zach here, and I know you guys got a bunch of questions for him, so we'll get going.
Perfect.
Zach, Jake Eden from CBS 13. Welcome to Sacramento.
Thank you.
I just want to clarify. You're be able to play tonight. You're not sitting out with with the birth of your son or daughter. If I'm right on this.
No, my lovely wife actually just had the birth of our third kid, our daughter. And I have a bunch of family here, so my friends here right now. My wife actually don't try to make it to the game, so she is incredible. But yeah, no, we're really excited. I wanted to play as soon as possible. I remember talking to Monty and the guys. I was like, if I could try to make it to Minnesota, but stuff didn't clear that fast, so I'm here now.
And just for you, what was the initial reaction to being traded here to Sacramento?
I was really excited. I want to thank Chicago. I spent 8 years there. The organization grew my family there. Grew up as a man there as well. So there's no love lost or bad blood there. It's just you have to understand business, and I've got to know that over my tenure in the career of the NBA. But super excited. I'm back here on the West Coast. I'm 45 minutes from my house in Newport. So I know a couple guys on the team. Obviously, DeMar couldn't stay away from me for more than 3 months. So it's really fun. I'm just super excited, especially with these last after All-Star break, this push to try to get into the playoffs.
Hey Zach, Matt George, ABC 10. Congratulations to you and your family. You brought up DeMar. Speaking of which, having someone that you're so familiar with from your time together in Chicago, now joining a new franchise, how much easier does that make that transition, having somebody like that you are so familiar with that you guys can just pick up a ball and play together?
I think it helps a lot. Obviously, being familiar with people, and at the end of the day, it is just basketball. Coming here and us doing our job, but having guys that you played with or being familiar with always helps. And me and him have had a really good relationship. He's from Chicago even before that, so it's a seamless transition.
Hi, Zach. Tristy Rodriguez, NBC Sports California. Welcome to Sacramento.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know, but your hat yesterday, the Raider hat, raised a lot of controversy. Are you a Raiders fan? What's
I'm
the
a
story?
big Raiders fan. I know there's some San Francisco Giants fans and some 49ers fans, but I've been a Raider fan since my dad played with the Seahawks back in the day. Family's from San Bernardino, California, so I've been riding with the Raiders through good and bad. So you guys might see some Raider hats around here from me.
And then just two basketball questions. First, I guess since everyone's being asked this, what was your reaction to the Luka trade, Luka being a Laker now?
I mean, everybody. I think when it went across our timeline, we just didn't really. I thought it was like fake news, but it was. That was a big domino to fall that no one thought it would. But that's the NBA that we live in, and that's the business of basketball that I've learned to know. And I think that just started a little bit of the floodgates going on to this trade deadline coming up on February 6th. So it's gonna be exciting to watch.
And just along those lines, obviously a little bit of a shakeup in the West. It's been a couple of years since you've been here.
Yeah.
But how just excited are you to compete in the West with the best of the best here?
Yeah, I mean, I started my career off here in the West. It's not that I'm not familiar with it. Obviously, you play all the teams in the East, but being out here is a little different. You have to be ready to compete and play each and every night. And I'm excited for it, especially at this stage of my career.
Hi, Zach. Michelle Dapper, KCRA. Congrats to your family and welcome to Sacramento. I'm curious, as an NBA veteran, what was your perception of this organization and the Sacramento Kings as a whole, especially the front office?
I mean, you guys should know I signed here about 6 years ago, so I've been a fan for a long time. I thought I was going to be a King, a little bit ago. Obviously, Chicago matched my offer sheet, but I've had a good relationship with a lot of guys that's played here. I understand the culture here, being from the West Coast and watching a lot of games and knowing how incredible the fans are each and every game, not just when you play Golden State or the Lakers, but Tuesday night it's still going to be packed in here and people pull for their team. So I'm really excited to go out here, especially the first game, and start building the chemistry, not just with the fans but with the players as well.
Zach, there have been rumors of you coming here a couple of times before to play with De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
How do you think filling those shoes? How are you different? What do you bring that's different than De'Aaron, and what should fans expect from you?
I mean, me and De'Aaron are, we're close. We're in the same agency as well. We got to talk on the phone and obviously understand a little bit about how the business works, and that's all fine. But I think fans should understand I play extremely hard. Obviously I can put the ball up and I can put the ball in the basket, but, the more I've gone into my career of trying to be more of a leader, experienced guys, and even with some older dudes on the team like Jay and DeMar, just help leading as well, just through expectations and experiences as well. So, I'm really excited, and to go out here and show everybody what I do, and continue to keep growing my game and hopefully grow the teams.
Hey Zach, Sean Cunningham, Fox 40. I'm curious for you when you it seems like this maybe from us we've expected to trade with you for such a long time, not even necessarily to Sacramento, but just in general. How much has that kind of weighed on your shoulders a little bit? How have you kind of processed that and kind of readied yourself for this moment to take a next step?
Yeah, I think it comes with the territory, especially guys in my position where you might be in trade rumors, or you might you're the face of a franchise for a decent amount of time, and you don't go through trials and tribulations, and I feel like I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, highs, lows, and I think that just made me a better person, character-wise, experience, and understanding basketball as a whole. I dealt with it fine, and I was more than enough. I was excited for the opportunity. Not a lot of people get opportunities like this to go here and start somewhere fresh where you're wanted, and liked. So I'm excited for that challenge and opportunity.
Hey Zach, Brendan Nunes, Sacktown Sports. You and Doug both being Washington guys.
Yeah.
Just how far back does your history go, and how do you feel about getting a chance to play for him here?
Doug is great. I remember growing up watching Doug. He's one of the first guys to make it out of Seattle. He's like a pioneer from that area, and growing up West Coast, watching him with Sacramento, obviously battling against the Lakers and stuff in the conference finals. The tenacious and the mentality that he brings. I know where he's from and what he's about. So we've had numerous conversations, and then even when I was even playing here, when he was doing TV, radio, or assistant coach, I always come up, say what's up, give him a hug. So it's really cool having him be in that lead seat to help him out as well.
Hey Zach, Deuce Mason, NBC Sports California. Last year, overcoming the adversity, you have the surgery, you're away from the game. How much did you benefit from just kind of reflecting and that time off? Like, what did you learn about yourself during that stretch?
I mean, whenever you miss a period of time from something you love, and it's taken away from you, you have to appreciate it more. I think when I got hurt, obviously dealing with that in Chicago, and we were going through those ups and downs, obviously there's trade rumors. You just take a step back, and then you start reflecting on, like, what can I do better? How can I come back and improve not just myself but the team overall? And I think that's pretty much what it was. And then just getting back to joy of loving and playing again, because I played 25 games with a broken foot. It sucks, but you can't do anything about it. Injuries is part of sports. So when you get that time back, how are you doing? How are you doing? Manage it.
Zach, how excited are you to light the beam?
Yeah, everybody's talking about lighting the beam, man. So hopefully we get this thing done sooner than later. Hopefully try to light the thing up tonight.
Zach, Mark Haynes, Sacramento Observer.
Yeah, I got you.
Coming into this situation, the Kings are a team that wants to be a win-now team, and they're kind of even. It's like a fresh start for them right now with you being on the team.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure to come in and make an immediate impact in a positive way?
I don't think it's pressure, but I think that's what is expected of you. Somebody in my position, you come here and you try to, improve the team. That's what I think what these guys brought me here for, and for me personally, I've been to one playoff series. I've spent 8 years in Chicago. I've won a lot of individual accolades, but as a team setting, I'm looking forward to going out here and trying to help these guys and them helping me as well get to that next step. So I'm more than excited for the challenge. I don't think it's more pressure.
Zach, Brandon Benitez, CBS Sacramento. Welcome to Sac. we saw you at shoot around today. Just early impressions on the roster that this team has, and perhaps the ceiling that you guys can reach together. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a fun group. I mean, how long ago did we play you guys? Like 2 weeks ago? Yeah, just 2 weeks ago. Fun group of guys, can really shoot the ball up and down. You know, you don't want to. When I was in Chicago, we were so worried about them taking the ball out and shooting within, the first 4 or 5 seconds. So, with me coming in, I think that just adds to the offense, and obviously with the experience as well. I'm excited. You never know what the ceiling can be. We're going to have to work through some stuff just like any team will have to, but we're trying to get it down as fast as possible. But my first initial reactions with the group, a great group of guys. Doug seems like the spirits are super high, and that's something that, even coming from Chicago, it seemed like a really fun and ready group. So it made me really excited.
Hey, Zach. Tyler Texair here with iHeartRadio. How excited are you to play next to such a great all-around player like Domantas Sabonis? And are you in favor for bringing back the Young Hollywood nickname from your college days, since you're back in California?
I haven't heard that name since I was like 18, man. Young Hollywood, wow. That's UCLA. Domantas has been incredible since I've been in the NBA. Probably one of the best floor connectors you could have, and low-key probably the strongest guy in the NBA that we never like to box out. So I'm glad he's on our team. And I'm really excited with different cuts and plays that you can run with him. We'll get our chemistry down soon. On the nickname, I don't know, man. I'll let you guys figure that out.
Zach, you just mentioned it too about playing, Lightning Beam, which we hope you do that, here soon. But what's your message to the fans here? Because you know how energetic and loud it gets here, and this whole town is just so passionate about this franchise.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a passionate player about basketball. I put a lot of hard work into my game, and I don't take this for granted. So every time I step on the floor, I'm not taking for granted the time that they come to watch the game, spending their hard-earned money to come here and watch and cheer on the team. So, I'm gonna be right there with them and do everything I can for the city.
Zach, kind of building off that over your career, you've had a lot of success in this building. On the opposite side, now calling this building home, one, how excited are you to play and call this building home? And two, what is it about this gym that so many shooters seem to just enjoy?
I mean, I've always just loved playing, close to back home. I have friends and family that are close by, so they always came to the game. And, now calling it home, it's going to be really fun for me to have, games like that every day where I get to see my wife, my kids, mom, dad, friends. And I don't know, man. It's a shooter's gym, so hopefully it stays like that for me. I've always liked shooting here.
Zach, you mentioned, so they talked a little bit about the lack of postseason experience that you have. How much does that kind of, eat at you individually? I mean, people can say what they say, but just you as a hooper, just how much does that kind of bother you or just nag at you?
I mean, everybody has to play the cards that they're dealt. The situation that you're in, the team that you play for. I always put my best foot forward and try to do everything I can to help the team win. Now, are you always going to be able to? No. But, for me, in my 11th year now, being in a playoff series, you want to try to compete and challenge yourself to get there. I think that's the more the reason of it's competitiveness. I think that's more than just, wanting to, you want to go out there and compete for championships. You want to go out there and compete and be in big-time games and be in position to do that. And I think that's just the competitiveness that each player has.
Hey, Zach, Chris Biederman with the Sacramento Bee. Just being in your spot, being linked to so many different teams and different rumors, I'm just wondering, what was that like for you the last few weeks mentally, knowing that so many things are up in the air and there are so many different possibilities?
I think earlier in my career, I got traded early on in my career, and it hit me to that side of the game. But, now you just control what you can and let the chips fall where they may be. I was taking my son on a walk when I got the call from Rich. And I was extremely excited. Obviously, like I said, I appreciate everything and my time in Chicago. But, now that I'm here, it's time to take, my career to the next step and continue that along. So I love talking around with V, with Doug, Monty. And like I said, it's always great to be a place where you're wanted. And not everybody has the opportunity to have that. So, I'm very thankful.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.